is common sense. It's unbelievable what they expect you to believe. It's inconceivable what they expect me to conceive as ordinary. So go on and carry with your lives, smile, be merry, while they continue to kill and bury the truths they know will make us all sorry. And yet I hear the same explanation over and over. You can't change the world, it's been like this forever, it's a lost endeavor. But I'm sure these words themselves will sit on your psychological shelf, and you will dwell on my consciousness as if it were a voodoo spell, because rain or shine, heaven or hell, the only thing that makes a difference from what I can tell are those who objected to what they saw and suspected, boldly rejected, and then resurrected. These are new beginnings that we now take for granted, so I've got to hand it to the men and women who were the first to stop, the first to speak, the first to refuse to be submissive or weak, the women that refused to turn the other cheek and gave me the rights to live autonomously. Let's not forget the past. It's paved with blood in the streets. To live, to love, to laugh, to cry. The woman that instead of being a slave chose to die, and you still ask me why I go to rallies and protests? I ask you why. Do we still live in a society obsessed with distortions of beauty and perfection that do nothing but infest on our higher minds, that are constantly pressed against fixations and illusions that need to be put to rest? So many twisted games that we hope lead to fame, but this isn't our fortune in a world of puppet masters where we are taught to keep working, buying, and wasting faster and faster. It's a desperate system headed to a one-way disaster. The only change that we can master is the ones we make within, because the questions we pose pave different roads to our loved ones and kin. So, what's an activist? But those who refuted submission, those who stepped outside the herd with a brave new vision, gave me an option, a choice, a decision, made their marks on our histories like an incision. But this is not a circumcision, it's a space of circumstance, taken to create agency, and at first glance you may not recognize the importance of change, because the world is so deranged in a way that is all too familiar yet still so strange. Privileged bodies continue to make this false system advance. So many lies are told as mad men spit their rants. Women told to kneel as many men take their stance. But this is all an illusion, a melodrama, a trance, because one isn't born an activist. Rather, we are born into this world unequal, like a dark, complex nightmare, sequel after sequel. It's a good thing I can speak well. So I will shout out loud, fierce and proud, how I wished we lived in a world that manifested anti-homophobia, anti-sexist, pro-choice, anti-war, anti-racist. But the truth is very basic. We can only expect change when we stand up and face it.